Samaritan, who is here. We have, for those who are listening on audio with Spotify, Apple, whatever, we're also having a video recording that'll be on two YouTube channels. That's on youtube.com/Super Saiyan Legend and youtube.com/Samaritan. Links will be everywhere. This is the Xbox Game Showcase recap with over here, my hands over here, Charles and Justin. Hello, guys.
Hi, how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. Did you guys watch the whole 2 hours?
I watched the first half. I didn't watch the Starfield thing until afterwards, but I did end up watching it. But yeah, it was good.
Watch the whole thing.
So real quick, I mean, give me at a 0 out of 10. What do you give it? And give me an honest answer, Justin especially, because I know what you want to say. Give me the honest one, then give me yours.
Well, if I'm discounting something else not being there, I'll give it probably an 8 or a 9 out of 10. I'm gonna go with an 8 out of 10 probably.
Wow.
Because they had some pretty solid stuff. Like the last few years, not really much to get excited about, but there were so many games and a lot of good looking games this time that I think they really knocked it out of the park this time.
Better?
We actually got more of a good look at Starfield too, which really helped.
Wow. See, I didn't watch the last one, so I don't have anything to compare it to. But if that was better than the last one, I was gonna give this one like a solid 8, maybe even go down to a 7. Like, it was good.
Yeah,
It was entertaining. I watched the whole thing.
I'm gonna give it an 8 or 9 for myself because this is gonna be memorable. This was memorable because I mean, in terms of overall, maybe not like out of the park each and every single one of them, but there was more memorable moments than there was, the games I'll never forget. I 8.2 out of 10.
8.2.
So we got a variety of topics. What do you want to start with? You want to start with your top 3? You want to start with best of show, worst of show? Badger's going with the 3. All right, lead us off, man. What you got? Give me
Fable.
As what? Number 1 or number 3?
Number one. All
right.
It came out of the gate strong, and I was so happy. I knew what it was before it was. I'm so happy for Fable.
On my stream, I was giddy, but this is my reaction to the Fable. And again, for those that are watching the video, you can see my Fable stuff back there, and I've showed it on stream many times. But Fable coming out, thumbs down. I got no gameplay. I got no gameplay. Still got no timeline. I got nothing. I've been waiting for Fable for 10 years, and we got something 3-4 years ago maybe, and it was just a little teaser. This is just a cinematic. It doesn't give me anything. I need something. No, that was not, and that might be gameplay, like super pre-alpha, super crazy, but no, there was nothing. I needed something. I needed a coming fall 2024. I needed something. Just sell me $100 collector's edition before I know what's coming out. I buy right now. I can't buy right now, but I'll buy right now. But this is my Fable.
You got more than I got for what I wanted, so you should be happy.
We'll get there. All right. Sorry. Did you have anything else you want to touch on with your Fable there, Charles?
No, I'm just excited. Like you said, no gameplay, but I don't really need gameplay. I'm just happy that it's coming.
But we knew it was coming years ago.
But now we know it's coming.
Exactly.
If Justin got a Gear 6 splash screen 3 years ago, and then we got a freaking teaser of Marcus as a 300-year-old man, he he would be upset just like I am, and that's it.
Well, it has been a few years since they first did that cinematic, right?
It was just a splash screen. It was just like it was coming up over the ridge, and it just said Fable, and that was it. What about you? What was your So that was your number 1, Charles?
Yeah, that was my number 1.
What was your number 1, Justin?
My number 1? I'm actually the most excited for the Star Wars game, I think. Star Wars Outlaws.
I did not watch that gameplay.
Really awesome.
I didn't watch that gameplay yet. I saw that came out yesterday. 10 minutes of it. Badger didn't even know. There's 10 minutes of gameplay that it's
I watched it.
Oh, you did. You made a face. I didn't watch it yet. I need to watch it, but I have not watched it yet. Looks good.
I know it's not Xbox game, but it still is.
It's still a showcase.
That I saw
Ubisoft worries me a little bit, but
yeah, true.
I get weird when we're locked to specific launchers. If it's gonna be on Ubisoft, on Uplay, what Uplay? Is that what it's called?
Uplay Connect or Ubisoft Connect is what they call it now.
So
I don't think it's locked in. Like you don't have to buy it through Ubisoft, but it still links to their accounts or their launcher or something after you launch the game.
Okay.
They did that with something else, another game that I have. I don't forget which one it was, but
Like every single Assassin's Creed that's offered through Steam.
yeah, that might be how that was. Massive is the same people that did Division, right? Or am I thinking something else?
No, it's Division's on Ubisoft. I don't think that was them. I don't know what they've done. You might have to look it up while we're doing this. My number one. So I got over here like all the things that were announced and shown. I think number one for me has got to be Starfield. I mean, big Skyrim fan, big Bethesda fan. I mean, just the running joke is what everybody said. I was live that day. Justin, you were there in my ear. Todd Howard could sell me a lawnmower. I'd buy it. Like, just tell me, just ruin my life. And what we got was far beyond the expectations that I thought we were gonna get. I thought we were just gonna get some like intro story. Man, oh my goodness, did we get some good stuff? We got the amount of like ship customization. Like there was a fucking Gundam. Like the dude made a Gundam, or the one chick going around. She's like, "What I do is I go in people's ships and I steal their sandwiches and I put and she had a big ass pile of sandwiches like sitting there and shit, dude."
That's something Tom would do. He came over and played Fallout at my house on my PC, and he was just going around chopping off heads and then like bringing it into someone's house and putting it in the crib.
Jeez,
like that's what he would go around and do. Like for hours.
But like we got a great 40 plus minutes of constant, like we got the ship battles, ship customization, the skill trees, going through different planets, the amount of galaxies there were, the seamless transition of fighting and then just jumping out. Like, I mean, a lot of people are comparing it to No Man's Sky, which is fair. I underrated, but No Man's Sky did itself in because they launched terribly. It took a year to get good, and now Starfield's gonna reap the rewards. And fine, it's Bethesda, you know.
Boys.
What you got?
What you got?
Do you really think Starfield's gonna launch and it's gonna be as good as it was?
I think
from what they've shown us,
I think
that game looks so ambitious. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way all of this makes it to the final.
I think for me, I think I'm gonna be. I'm going all in because this is the first one of the year for me. I'm going all in where it's like, you know, people like Diablo's come out and Star Wars has come out, and there's like you for example, Badger, your biggest one this year so far was Diablo, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, that was your thing. I haven't had a game I'm like, oh my god, I cannot wait. Like this is my thing. This is my first one this year. So if it does, it does. I don't think Phil Spencer or Xbox in general is gonna let that happen, considering the nightmare of 2023 so far with games. Like there's the one meme going around where they post a thing like, "We're so sorry, we're doing a fix." Like it's a whole. It's like all the developers posting the one. I mean, on one hand, it's Bethesda, but the bugs have always been a part of Bethesda. Like Skyrim, what happens when you're early on in the game and you're by Whiterun and you walk a little to the south and there's a giant there and he hits you with the hammer? What happened? And what did they keep in the game? That's a bug today, but back then that's life. You get hit with the hammer, you going. You're gonna go be in Starfield much sooner than you think.
I think it's inevitable that there is gonna be some bugs, just because of the sheer scale of this game. That's what they showed. But I don't think at this point they should have anything that's game breaking that's going to cause people to not want to continue playing the game.
I don't know. I'm so skeptical. They're talking about simulating the entire universe that you play in, like real time. They're locking the game to 30 frames.
Yes, I was saying the console is. Yeah, we didn't get anything about PC yet, but console is confirmed like Redfall 4K 30 frames, and people are not in as big of uproar as they were about Redfall because it's Bethesda.
Is Xbox still using like cloud-based computing? Like that's the only way I could like. I don't know. I just don't think the game will.
The entire showcase was off a Series X, from what I understand. And it looked that good.
Was shown off the console. Yeah, that wasn't PC.
Bro, they were running that on a supercomputer at NASA. Gameplay provided by Series S. That thing.
I will say.
All right, let's go.
This is probably the first one of these games that I'm actually looking like I might actually stick with.
That is going to be a topic that you and I are going to get into toward the end. This is the yearly this game looks good. My name is Justin, and I've known this asshole for 16 plus years. I know what he likes and doesn't like. He does not like RPGs. He's played 10 minutes of Skyrim. He's played 1 minute of Fallout. He sang Country Road with us in Fallout 76 when it came out, like we all did. Stay tuned. How about biggest? Let's go with a new IP, like a new game you saw. There wasn't that many new games, but like, was there any that like stood out? Like you were like, oh, this game looks incredible. I can't wait.
Who wants to go first?
Just you go first.
Okay. I was gonna say, was it the South of Midnight game?
Yes.
Looked very interesting.
Both of you.
Didn't show a lot, but
that was the one with the guy playing the banjo, right?
Yeah. There's like a giant, and then like there's something going on in the background. We didn't get to see what it was,
like the voodoo magic.
Yeah.
I like this. The style looks really good. I like that. Looks good.
What was your other one, Badger?
So y'all saw Clockwork
Yes,
Revolution,
that was mine too. I was thinking
BioShock Infinite, right?
I thought it was BioShock,
Yeah,
and there were so many comparisons
was, yeah.
too. I really thought it was. Yeah, that game looks really cool. But it also looked like, I thought at first it was part of another game that came out not too long ago. I forgot the name of it. It was a PlayStation exclusive, but it was like you have to go through, and if you get killed, time resets and you start over again. I don't remember the name of this game, and I should have looked it up before we did this.
You're talking about
This sounds so familiar.
same people who make Dishonored.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Was it Deathloop?
Deathloop. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I thought this was at first, and then I was like, "This is BioShock." Yeah. But then again, you can't say it's BioShock because BioShock is more under when BioShock's thing is always going to be the big daddies and underwater, whereas this looked like BioShock Infinite, which was its own separate thing. I mean, but I would have loved another Infinite style universe game, but at the same time, oh my god, at the same time, for those that are listening on audio, my cat just jumped full speed on me, and she's on camera. I knew that was going to happen at some point. No, I really, really, really enjoyed Infinite. I mean, most underrated game ever, but Clockwork looks really cool. Is there another game you guys thought, new IP, that was,
Those are the ones that stood out the most to me. The ones that I was the least interested in.
What about 33 Immortals?
I was actually interested in that one because
let's play a game where we're sitting down in the thoughts and process room. Like, hey guys, like, you know what I'm thinking? How many friends do you have? 33? That's a great one. I bet they tried the name. Somebody said in my chat when I was streaming, like they probably wanted to do 30 or like a good number, and they had a typo, and they're like, "Oh, too late. It's 33. We're going with 33."
We gotta add one more slot.
My goal is to get 33 people to play that game. That just sounds like complete chaos.
Yeah, I think it's a bit like I wanted a good. That's why I wanted Redfall to be. Well, actually not on that scale, but like I wanted a good co-op game, and so that's like what I'm looking forward to now. Is like something I could play with a bunch of friends.
Hack and slash, or just a mindless hack and slash. Yeah,
something that has a lot of player slots, because I always think I have more people in the lobby than I have slots in the game. So,
was there any game that you guys saw or observed that you were just like, I want to play that, but I'm never gonna play that, but it looks really good? Anything that's
Avowed has potential to be pretty cool, but like, it's basically Elder Scrolls,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's its own series, but it's Elder Scrolls, but they said it's produced by Obsidian, right? So it's like what they did New Vegas, right?
Did they?
They did Outer Worlds. So
Outer Worlds, yep.
So Outer Worlds was cool. It was a good game. It was just a small game. So I don't know. Avowed would be just like a pocket size Elder Scrolls game, but it looks. You got swords, you got magic, looks like anything else Obsidian has made recently.
It's a game Badger would play for sure. I thought, Starfield's my top best of show, but I thought what Microsoft Flight Simulator is bringing to the game. If I played that game, surprised. I would play it. I mean, I don't play it. My computer's, running at 3 frames, but. What was it like? You could like search and rescue. There was like cargo flights where you're like a plane within a plane. Like if that was a game I'm playing all the time and I got a content drop like that, that would have been incredible. Like I thought it was the coolest thing. Experimental stuff, really and then you could fly the Dune ship. I never saw Dune yet. Yeah, I thought that was really
You haven't
cool.
seen it? It's very good.
I haven't. We were talking about
It's definitely, you have to be into that movie, I think, to like it. Like, it's not like your every movie that you see in the theater. It's very unique.
I'm into Oscar Isaac, so does that count?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, he's cool. You know, Star Wars ruined
cool
him, but
Spider-Man too.
I'm gonna look up another list
of what from the games.
I couldn't just cram it all in my head. So, what is this? Still Wakes the Deep.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that looked cool. The horror game. Yeah. I thought I was like, it's got Justin written all over it, or it's one of those games where it's like really scary and then it just gets really weird at the end and it doesn't make sense and Justin hates it.
Like Scorn.
Scorn.
Was the worst.
Yep.
Scorn was a waste of my time.
I think I mean, at this point, I might as well just go on the list of all the games we can remember and think about. Forza was Forza. Forza's great. I mean, I'm gonna play it like I always do for the first couple of weeks and then never touch it again. But I thought Payday was very interesting. I was like, I don't remember Payday having Apex movement, so they were like bouncing off. Like, they were bouncing off walls. They were slide canceling.
I had to go back and rewind it.
I'm like,
what secret task force is wall bouncing?
And then and they had like a line of cops coming in, and then this one guy just had like a silenced pea shooter pistol, just wiped him out. I'm like, and the game is only $40, 2023,
and it's on Game Pass.
Oh, yeah, all these games are on Game Pass day one.
Yeah, it's really getting the value. I'm getting the hype for the Game Pass.
Yeah. Especially because Justin and I both have the console. Badger not so much, but I'm a little upset about the Series S 1 terabyte. They should have just like maybe offered like, hey, if you have the 500 gig one like I do, you can get this hard drive. I mean, I have an external hard drive plugged into it, but
yeah, they released that the Western Digital one. It's only like $70 for like another 500 gigs.
But that's also like the one that's like made for it. You plug in. It's also really tiny. But I just have an external USB that just goes into it.
Yeah, the only thing with those is you can't play the optimized for Series S games on there. You have to.
But those are gonna just be like my bullshit games, you know.
Yeah. I have all my Xbox One games and stuff like that on there on the external.
Yeah. All right, let's make it spicy. Let's talk about Justin's biggest disappointment.
You doing all right, Justin?
I'm on.
What did you? What
I'm
did?
Let's look out for.
Let's recap. What was the biggest thing you wanted?
Some Gears, damn it.
What did you get?
It's been 5 years since they announced Gears anything, and I got zero Gears at all. Not even like a picture or a logo.
Splash screen.
Nothing. No, none of this. None of my Gears. None of my Gears. And it's been hard for like I was on Twitter afterwards, and all the Gears community is like in shambles. Like still no Gears. Super sad.
Yeah.
But there hasn't been
a drop of anything, right?
No, nothing.
Nothing leaked. Nothing
officially said anything's in development. Assuming they are, because it's what they make. But does
it make you upset that Rod Ferguson was a major part of Diablo and that game launched beautifully? Like it's like what could have been. They brought him back. They made Gears 5. He did 5 or 4? 5.
He did all the Gears. He's on Gears.
Well, no, he came back. He didn't. He was gone for a minute. I don't remember. I thought he was.
I thought he was on every release.
I don't remember.
Because I could have sworn at watching his podcast when Gears 3 was out.
No, maybe. I do remember seeing Cliff Bleszinski tweet no Gears news either, and even him saying something was kind of funny.
Yeah, even Cliff's like, what the hell's going on? Where's Gears at? Like,
no Halo either. No Master Chief. Nothing.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought that they at least have like a trailer for like a new season that's coming up or something.
Yeah, I mean, see, with season 4 starting, I think it's either today or next week for Halo Infinite. I mean, I don't play it, but I keep in the loop of what's going on in the updates and stuff, you know?
Yeah, I'm so sad that game just didn't launch the way it should have, because I just was loaded up like a week or two ago, and like it looks great, like on the new graphics card, like the graphics are outstanding, but like nobody's there to play with anymore. Nobody wants to play it.
Yeah, I have it downloaded. Badger claims we're finishing the campaigns in Christmas time. Whatever.
Christmas Day, baby.
Shame. Biggest disappointment for you, Badger? What you got?
Not really a disappointment. I was kind of surprised that they're still cranking out expansions for ESO.
Yeah, because I saw the giant in the Skyrim guy, Dovahkiin or whatever, and I was like, I got really, I mean, I literally was, oh my god, it's happening, and then someone's like ESO, I'm like,
yeah, right.
That's
what's
holding people over.
Community. If you're into that, if you like playing that game, I'm happy for you. It's starting to look really dated. And when they started showing gameplay, I was like, man, like it might be time.
Yeah. That's the problem with games like that are like long lasting games. Like the graphics eventually start looking dated, and they need. How do you update a game like that with graphics? You know,
you just do a game engine overhaul. Someone did that recently. Warframe, maybe somebody did that where the graphics did get overhauled. But there's a long lasting. I don't know which one it was.
I know Fortnite made the move over.
Fortnite did, yeah. Fortnite did, yeah.
But yeah, Fortnite. I wonder if Apex is gonna do something like that. It's like a big graphics update.
Apex is dying. That's a podcast in its own. Good lord.
I don't think so. I think there's a lot of people.
Stay tuned for future episodes of Space/Samaritans videos, and we'll go on to that one day.
I could have sworn that I just saw Apex hit an all-time peak on Steam recently.
On season 16, and just everybody complains about it. I mean, I hit Master today, and it did not feel rewarding at all, but I knew that. So I've already hit it before, but it's just like, great. You know?
Now what?
I feel like this is they're going the other direction too far, and then they're gonna find like the middle ground, and then like the next season or something.
Free to play game. Stop your bitching. You're getting this game made most of your careers. Just play the game. I mean, it's so aggravating. Anyways, moving back on. How about that surprise Overwatch thing with the PvE that was canceled?
I was afraid to ask because I didn't want to look stupid. I thought they canceled the PvE. They brought it back.
And they said they're going to release it seasonally, and apparently they're charging money.
$15 per story. I don't know if it's per story, but the one they just announced that's coming out in August is $15.
Dang, that is.
So they gave us an updated graphics, a couple new heroes, and a couple changes. New game of Overwatch 1.5. Got rid of everything that was supposed to be for 2, and now they're charging DLC for each story. Which, you know, if you did you play the Halloween events? Because they had like the little Halloween event where you fight the PvE, and it was okay, but you know,
it's nothing substantial. It's just something to do, really.
Just I'll pay $15 if they give us like a Netflix series. Like, okay, I'll watch that.
I don't want that for Apex.
It's just the universe, the characters, everything about that game so good for them not to invest more into different avenues and medium of like consumption. It just.
I also think Blizzard thought the whole Microsoft thing would have been done by now, and as of about an hour ago, there is an injunction and a restraining order of some kind that I saw that's gonna set it back even probably to 2024. I don't understand what's going on. I would like to understand. At the same time, I just think again, a bunch of babies. Nobody wants to work together. Billy and Timmy with their billions and billions don't want them to get more billions than their billions. You know, like geez. City Skylines look cool. It's a game I wish I could get into, but I don't have that kind of patience, and I would just. You know,
when I'm like 40, maybe 50, I'll get into them.
I come home, it's like, make me dinner, woman. Just like, they just start like building stuff.
When you can no longer compete in multiplayer online, that's when you switch to City Skylines and just have a good old time.
I'd have a great time with it. Was there any other games? I mean, I'll say Hellblade 2. I think Jorah was in a Discord call with us, and he said it perfectly. After watching the Hellblade 2 cinematic, I know less about the game than I did before. I didn't play the first one. I think you did, Badger?
I did not play the first one.
Did you, Justin?
I don't know. Is it like, do you guys know if it's like a full experience? Not to say that it's not a game, but do you remember like when Rise came out when the Xbox launched?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Xbox One. And it was a game, but it was more of like a tech demo. Was Hellblade like a fully fleshed game, or was it more like, hey, look at what this console can do?
It was probably, I'd say 10 to 12 hours long. That's what I spent on it. Like without, like, if I didn't die, it would be like 10 to 12 hours long. I'd say it's like a full length game.
That's pretty generous.
But it's more of like an experience. Like there is combat sections and stuff like that, But it's more of you like walking through the world and like discovering things. At least that's how the first game was.
I mean, that's still cool though.
Yeah.
I know we're talking about Xbox, but I think it was called The Order, like 1886 or something. It was like a
yeah.
Yeah, and it was
Sony.
canceled.
That thing was really cool. That like to this day, I think that was one of the coolest experiences I've had on my PlayStation. So like it doesn't need to be like super game heavy. I mean, but I was curious about Hellblade and how they presented it the first time it came around.
Yeah. It didn't feel like it was something like that was missing things. It felt like a full experience to me.
It's cool. Um, did either of you play Cyberpunk?
Oh, we didn't even talk about that yet.
I tried playing it when it first came out, but it was too buggy and didn't run very well.
Yeah, I didn't have my upgraded computer then
either.
either. I actually did re-download it after I saw the trailer.
So, yeah, I think I'm gonna start playing it again.
From what I've heard on Twitter, some people have been able to test the, I guess the expansion. It completely overhauls the game. Like,
yeah, that's what I
skills
heard.
are going to be unlocked differently. You're going to unlock your combos. It's not just like flat marginal increases to certain stats.
I played 15 minutes of it and got annoyed that I couldn't hit 30 frames, and that was on my old PC. So because I bought it for like Caitlin, and so Caitlin has it, so I downloaded it because we share games. So, but that's what I was hearing too, like that would happen.
But yeah, if it's like a full overhaul of like systems and abilities and just the game as a whole, like they added car chases. Remember how like like the first mission of the game, you get into this sick car chase and you're just like blowing people up as you're tearing through the streets, and that's the only time it happens in the game.
Really?
Like,
but you got to change your penis size, right?
Yes.
That's the key feature.
what could be
with or without a hat? But
so I am kind of glad of hearing that I did wait, so now I get like a better experience.
Yeah. So I should wait to play. You think?
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Honestly, they're added like a legit one-in system. I think they took it.
So they're basically making the game what it should have been. Oh, that anime was great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like the more augmentations you add to your character, I guess it like lowers your total health, but of course you become more lethal, and I think it makes you more susceptible to like just like, it's a medical term for it, when you like reject a limb, you know, like when you get a transplant. So like your body will just,
I know what you're saying,
be screwed up.
Yeah.
I think what they're adding, it's going to be pretty darn cool once it actually comes out. That's something I'm excited for.
Yeah, and that's I mean this fall there's not that much. Starfield, of course, and then
Starfield, it's gonna be taking up everybody's life for like a good while, I think.
Bro, if that game launches and it's not like No Man's Sky, I'll eat a hat.
I'm a little. I mean, you do keep me in check. Caitlin's also kept me in check, like saying, you know, this is Bethesda. Like, I mean, at the same time, but what is Bethesda doing wrong? 76 started out poor, but they have milked that cow, and there's a great community. And at the end of the day, it is Fallout. It is an MMO Fallout. I mean, they kept that. It's not like they did it. It's not like they made Mass Effect Andromeda, then got rid of it and played fucking Anthem. You know, they keep at it. I got no Mass Effect. That's my sad thing. But we got off track here. Sad things. No. Okay, I wasn't expecting a Mass Effect. That's an EA thing. That's a global, you know, it's a full thing. But it was an Xbox exclusive at first. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's not just Xbox games. There's
we call it's the Xbox Game Showcase, but we'll call it the Game Showcase. I am a little. I was hoping to get something with Mass Effect after that teaser. I think now closer to 2 years ago. I mean, I'm ready for Shepard. The only thing we got in the last couple of days was this very, very weird statue they had up for pre-order for like 10 seconds, and then they got rid of it. You saw that?
Ripped it down. Yeah.
There was so Google it if you can. No, go in my general chat in our Discord, Justin. I don't know if you can with everything. If you scroll up just a little bit, you will see. They had BioWare announced that immediately pulled this bizarre Mass Effect statue. And it's basically, I didn't click the link and go on the website or see screenshots. It looks like Shepard dying from the beginning of the second one. That's what it looks like.
Just floating in space.
Yeah, and it's like they announced it and then they got rid of it. Like,
what is the point of that?
It's for the real fans. You wouldn't get it.
I guess not.
You have to smoke. You wouldn't get it. I just he at the beginning of the second one, for those that didn't know, spoiler alert, 10 years later, the collectors blew up the ship and he died in space and got reconstructed for 2 years. I'm gonna play Mass Effect now. No, I was hoping to get something with Mass Effect. We didn't, and that's okay. I'm not upset about it. I mean, Mass Effect was a stretch. GTA 6 was a stretch that I also put. I think one of us mentioned Elder Scrolls 6 was a definite stretch. But I think with Starfield, we might get something. I would guess if we're going further ahead to the Game Awards, like in December, we'll get something with Elder Scrolls. Now, once Starfield's out for a while, but...
Yeah, I think they're just trying to focus all attention on Starfield.
Yeah, because if they had stuff on 6, guess what happens? Starfield launches, it's terrible. Maybe you guys shouldn't have been doing the Elder Scrolls, you know?
No, I think it's gonna come out solid. I think maybe that's why the Redfall came out not so good, because they were focusing on Starfield more than.
Yeah, they don't want to be on that list of developer memes, man. Like, it was so sorry we're pushing.
Oh, speaking of that kind of stuff, I actually watched the Capcom showcase, and one of their things at the end of the trailer literally had a note saying, "Oh, sorry, we're delaying the game." Like at the end of the game trailer.
Wait, what?
Capcom's showcase was terrible. It started with a P. I don't remember the name.
Okay.
Yeah, it was some P Paradox Parallel something.
Oh, that was they showed that during the Xbox one, but then they said they're delaying it.
Maybe
something else.
The trailer started with the girl like scribbling something, and like it zoomed in on it. It said 2022. It was crossed out. Then it said 2023 crossed out, and then there's a question mark at the end. And then at the end of the trailer, they had a paragraph or two talking about, "Oh, we're sorry, we gotta delay the game so we have the best product possible." Blah blah blah. So I don't know why they would do that in a showcase though. That's not the supposed to be getting people hyped up. But yeah,
I think some of the lack of information I got in some of the games was a little. I don't want to say annoying, but I'm just like, okay, like the Yakuza game, the For Like a Dragon, was that a sequel to the game? Was that a DLC? Why the fuck was he naked on the beach? I mean, there's some questions there. Like a Dragon is one of the funniest looking like Final Fantasy type games I think I've ever seen. I mean, it is so over the top ridiculous, and it's fantastic.
I want to play it so bad.
You should play it. It's on Game Pass, I believe. Bear streamed it. I watched Bear stream most of it. That game was just. I mean, I can't even describe. Like when you would like you summon like a summon from Final Fantasy, but it's like a sous chef who fucking like takes his sushi pants and beats the shit up. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, but it's just a lack of information. Like again, I knew Fable was coming. Thanks for this great cinematic. Awesome. When's coming out?
Yeah.
Where are you at? Is there a dev diary? Is there there's literally no information. Forza, we know it's coming out every year. Clockwork saying 2024, I think. Flight Simulator, I mean, 2024. 33 Immortals, such a weird number. Like, Payday a couple months from now. Starfield, September 6th. I bet you it gets delayed. But I
don't think they're gonna delay it at this point. They already had their big like showcase direct about all the game. Like it's coming out this year. I guarantee.
I guarantee it.
If they felt like they were gonna delay it again, they wouldn't have this big presentation for it.
Did you have a sad, disappointing moment, Charles?
I didn't.
You were happy.
I didn't. I was pleased. I was pleased with the whole thing. They opened with Fable, had me hyped up, and you know what? I could coast on that. I coasted on that.
I mean, I was hyped. I was happy. I was very happy, but I just at the same time it ended and nothing.
I started up here, very excited. And then every minute that went by where I didn't see a Gears logo, I got sadder and sadder until you got to the picture you saw in the group chat at the end where I was just depressed.
You're still holding on. Let go.
But the games, like I said, overall the games they showed, there's not a bad game that I could think of that I thought looked like total garbage. Everything looked solid to me.
Yeah. I think I would agree with that. I mean, I'm a little surprised again, no Halo or Gears. I mean, those are the two flagships. I mean, all they have, Fable's also a flagship, but it's been, dormant for 10 months or 10 years.
Yeah.
So I don't, Valve might be good. I mean, when's the last time an IP came out that ended up being a franchise staple? If I had to guess,
like a Xbox
for anything in general, like God of War. I mean, I would maybe say God of War.
God of War's been around forever. You know?
But God of War was also irrelevant for almost 10 years. God of War 3 was 09, and then God of War was 2018.
Are you talking about like a revival of the game?
I would just say something that came, because God of War, in my mind, was not a franchise staple at the time. At the time, you had Uncharted, and you had, what was that shooter game that was super popular? Resistance.
Killzone.
And Resistance.
Yeah.
So God of War is now, like, I think God of War is really, you know, Forza's been around very long, very, very long time. Yeah. I still remember playing out of Forza 4 I played with Jeremy Clarkson as the narrator. It was great. I mean, what's Xbox does it? Xbox is, maybe they're going all in with Starfield. I mean, but at the same time, that's not really, because like that's not Kratos, that's not Master Chief. There's we don't. I mean, there could be a character we remember, but at the same time, those games don't have characters you remember. You know,
I think Gears has to be that game for them. I think that's why they're taking so long on this one. They really know they have to make sure this one comes out the right way.
I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that.
But Halo tried, but didn't stick the landing. But so Gears is like their last shot, I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't say last. I mean, no matter what, at the end of the day, they have all the games. I mean, if the franchise phase fails, they at least have, you know, 75,000 games to make up for. You know,
yeah.
So
yeah, they got Bethesda now, so at least they can be associated with all those good games and all that. Oh, did you see when Phil Spencer and the other guy, Matt Booty, I think his name is, they were in an interview, right? And they're just talking about all the, like, how they go around to the different studios and like see what they're up to. And I think Matt Booty was talking about Obsidian or something, and then Phil Spencer was like, id. like he knows something's up at id. Like he knows something amazing's coming. So I'm really excited to see what they announce in the coming years.
Phil Spencer is our Reggie from Nintendo days, you know.
Yeah, he's great. Phil's a great guy.
What else you guys got? Anything else you want to go over? You want to top, you know, maybe future things we might get, or, you know, we could take a sneak peek at the Game Awards. It's not until December, but Game Awards, the Game Awards, I'm there for reveals, not for the awards. The awards are cool, but at the end of the day, I just want new stuff. You know,
I think this is the first year though for the Game Awards they're gonna have some real competition for the fighting game category, because you got Tekken coming out, you got Street Fighter just came out, and then you got Mortal Kombat coming out all in the same year. So that should be an interesting one at least. I saw that shit too. I was like, holy shit.
See that on camera, I wouldn't believe it. If I didn't just see that on camera, I would not have believed it. Guys, the only way that you can see this is if you go watch this video. Go ahead, Aaron.
We'll say at the 37 mark, ladies and gentlemen, if you are listening to this podcast, I would implore you to please pull up the YouTube video of Samaritan or Super Saiyan Legend to see exclamation Shiva. What she just did, and she's just standing there. So we'll just keep on keeping on. Somebody made a really good point. I don't remember. Somebody said it out of the blue. I really think it might have been Jorah, but I'm sorry if you were in the Discord call with us and you said this and I didn't remember you. I'm sorry. Nobody talks about how Jeff Knightley pretty much straight up stole E3.
He did.
But it
wasn't all his fault.
No, he pushed things that people wanted, and E3 had COVID kind of killed it, and
yeah, he's kind of like subbing in.
Remarks is that I really miss E3, like not the past couple E3s that we had, but like I remember I was probably like 10 or 11 when I first stumbled onto G4.
Oh,
and it wasn't just like stumbling on
Adam
G4.
Sessler.
I stumbled onto G4 during E3, and I was just like, my life was forever changed. That was like a core moment in my life. And back then, E3 was so magical. Like before it became so commercialized and just so artificial.
It's just pure hype.
Yeah.
It's like just celebrating games.
Yeah. We get reveals. I mean, no matter what you say, no matter how much he gets on my nerves in my life, Justin was at one of the very last E3s, and
I think it was the last one that they actually had.
And Almost as close to touch his face. Justin had Keanu was pointing at him, telling him he was breathtaking.
I was in the third row from the stage when he walked.
We saw you.
Like, holy shit! You're kidding me right now.
I remember seeing. We saw your stupid head. We found you. We will find you.
Still, I kept a piece of. I don't know if you remember when they had the Battletoads announcement, and they shot the stuff out of the stage. I actually grabbed a piece of the confetti and I saved it.
Did you?
I have that memento. Yeah.
You were there, Gandalf. You were there. All right.
Yeah, I was there.
Well, do you guys have any last minute tidbits here? I mean, to the future, DLCs? Did you?
No. All I gotta say is look out for Starfield. Pray it's not garbage.
Oh,
I'm feeling pretty confident about Starfield myself. I want to talk about being able to play it.
You'll play it, Justin. You are a linear type of person. You've always been a linear type of gamer. You do not like RPGs. You've watched me play many RPGs over the times. You know the jokes from Final Fantasy X. You know, you know. What do you want to ride? Tell Badger. the shoe puff.
I can't do this.
He knows the shoe puff from Final Fantasy X because he's seen it so many times. But no, I mean, the cool thing is, I guarantee you, I would be like, no, don't spend money on it because you're not gonna like it.
Yeah, but since it's Game Pass,
sorry. Once again, my cat is making waves at the 40-minute mark.
Since it's on Game Pass, I'm definitely at least gonna give it a fair shake and see how I like it. But I really like the way the combat looks. I like the customizing of the ship. Looks really cool.
I will say for Bethesda games, for Skyrim, for Fallout, it's very, very easy to just go off on a fucking tangent. But there is a really straightforward linear thing, and it's not a grindy thing where you have to do this, and this to get there. You just go straight through the game and you're there. To get there is almost an impossible thing to do. I will never Fallout 4. I literally thought I was doing the main story, and I kept doing settlements for Preston over and over and over and over. I had no idea. And then one day I'm like, this isn't even the main story. I'm just helping people out for Preston.
Yeah, I need a clear vision of where the thing's going, because I think that's another reason I didn't play all the way through Breath of the Wild. I just started it, and it's very just all over the place. I didn't know where I should go first. As far as and what the story was even gonna be.
Yeah, so, but I will say
that's where the games get me.
I will say Horizon Zero Dawn, while it's not an RPG, it is a game that has a lot of different things going on. I'd say Tomb Raider maybe. So, but this is.
Yeah, but it hooked me right away with the story. It got me dug in, invested in that.
And guess what? Bethesda fashion, RPG fashion, no clue what the story's about. Probably something minor that we don't care about. The cooler stuff's gonna be all the other stuff, like where are the Quarians.
I think that's the thing. If you get me hooked with the story off the bat, then I'm in. I don't care what I got to do at that point. But as long as I know I have something to look forward to as far as the storyline goes.
My cat's being a menace again. You guys. All right. Well, that was exciting. I had a lot of fun. You have any closing remarks, Charles?
I got nothing. I'm excited to see what comes, though.
Yeah, maybe we'll get some more announcements. Maybe we'll get some more stuff to do. My cat is here to say goodbye as well. Justin, anything closing for you?
I need some gears in the near future.
Well, I feel like we still have something else coming up that might be an event that we don't know about. I don't know. I feel like there's always something in August. Summer of Play, PAX
East, I think is in August. And then you got the Game Awards that sometimes announces things.
Yeah, it's not until December though.
I don't know. I don't think they're gonna announce something as big as Gears at one of those. I think they're gonna wait for their main showcase.
All right. Well, if you guys stuck out through all the way through this, again, YouTube.com Super Saiyan Legend. YouTube.com/Super Saiyan Legend, YouTube.com/Samaritan. There is a video of this. Maybe we'll do more, maybe we'll do less. Justin will be back on many other Spaced episodes for events, for topics. I mean, he is a graphic designer. We can always pick his brain on that. He and I go back 16 years. Badger.
Yep.
Yeah,
we're working on it.
We're working on it. He's gonna
climbing the ladder.
He's gonna punch me in the face very soon. But it's a good one, But yeah, again, definitely check out the video. Let us know if you guys want to do more videos or not. If not, it's fine. But I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Hope you enjoyed all the content. Be sure to follow Badger on Twitch. He streams once a month. Justin streams as well a little bit. I'm on YouTube and Twitch a lot right now. And yeah, that's it. You guys have a good rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in and have a good one.
Thank you so much. See you next time.
See ya.